G'day guys, what's going on? Super here. Today I'm going to be going over what I'm going to do with Oliver this week. He's obviously going to be out. I think it's for about a month or something, but I feel like it's the Dangerfield situation all over again. So, they probably won't rush him back. Make sure they take their time with him because, Melbourne are a top four team, so they probably take a bit more time to make sure he's fine and ready to come back. So I think we have to trade him out. So I was originally going to go with trading in, was it Matt Kennedy? Yeah, Matt Kennedy. He is playing this week, but yeah, I think Hewitt's in the side this week as well, so I think it's a wait and see. But yeah, he's got a good record against Sydney, I guess, but not the greatest. He's got the potential to score well. Don't really trust it all that well. I've had a couple nights to think about it, and probably was a bit of a silly call by me, but he would be a good player for like covering Oliver. But I feel like we got to trade him out. And Wardlaw, yeah, I don't think I'll go early on him just in case something goes wrong with him. He it took so long to play his first game of the season because he's been out injured, so that's probably a bit of a concern. So don't want to go early on him. I know he's like a top 5 draft pick, so definitely going to bring him in next week. If we do only get the 2 trades next week, I'll probably just I think we should get 3 if it's the first buy, but I might be wrong. But yeah, I might just downgrade next week, get the North Melbourne rookies. But yeah, this is the side at the moment. So, Sin Cotter didn't get a game. Constable's still not playing. Sharp, got to be the worst trade in, obviously. But so yeah, I'm thinking now. I was actually considering even going with like Ollie Wines as a coverage, like for Oliver. Like when I was thinking about that, situation, if I was going to hold on to Oliver, but I don't think I'm going to hold on to Oliver. But if I was, I probably was going to get Ollie Wines in because he's like a fallen primo, like a massive pod here. But yeah, as you can see, he was like 580k at the start of the season. Now he's dropped all the way to 443. Well, he's actually gone up a bit, but I was thinking if I was going to get Matthew Kennedy, might as well get Ollie Wines instead. He's going to get a game every week, but now I'm thinking no point in that. He might actually bounce back, might be a good pod if he starts scoring well. But the thing that concerned me was he didn't even have like 100, I think, before this week. Yeah, hadn't turned up until last week, so that's a massive red flag. Definitely don't want to bring him in. Unless he's been like battling some injury concerns or something. I have no idea what's going on with him, but yeah, I don't really watch Port. I'd like to bring in Butters, I think, as an Oliver replacement, but then again, he's another guy who's got the injury, he's an injury-prone player, so don't know if I'll do it. I feel like I'm leaning more towards the James Sicily route like everyone else, but it does make sense to go with that route. Teakle's here. I think he's going to be the sub, so, he probably can still he's got to break even at 34, but I just hope they don't bring him back next week. I'll be salty if I trade him out this week and they bring him back, and then I've got the two rucks out, and then Teakle could potentially play. Maybe I just hold on to him for another week or something, but yeah, I think we got the cash here, so I was going to trade out Oliver. We definitely have the cash, so I might as well just hold on to him for the moment. We'll just trade out Sharp as well. I mean, not Sharp, Roberts, just the 2 injured guys, just in case Teakle does come back next week, so then we can potentially get a score on the field, but I doubt he'll play. And then, I'll put Will Day into the midfield here, and they'll put Sheasel in the forward line. So yeah, that leaves me with like 2 spots and like 1 million pretty much and 40k. But so we can get in Sicily. That way we can, field Weddle as well if he goes well. I do like the Sicily route because he's got that good buy as well. I think is it the round 13 buy. Where if I bought in Butters, he would have the latest buy, like the round 15 buy, I think it was. And yeah, then I'd have an extra player out, where if I get Sicily, I'll have like the same amount as the last buy. But where the fuck is Sicily? Here's Sicily. You know, he's going to go up a fair bit in cash, obviously. But, you know, it's a bit of a risk. Like, he's going to score well, obviously. But that just means now that I've got, like, I've got about 7 defenders. So that means I've got Will Day in the midfield and Sheasel up forward. Do I want to complete my defence off like this? I'm not too sure. It's a bit of a worry. But I think the mentality behind it that I'm starting to think about is, you know, going with Sicily allows me to, you know, wait and see what Will Day will produce. You know, he did get tagged last week, but if he starts shitting the bed, then in a couple weeks' time I can just trade him back to Oliver. Whereas if I go with the Butters route, I'll have Will Day in my defender line, and I don't really want to get rid of him. Whereas if I get a good defender in now, I can just trade out like a Will Day or a Sheasel if they like get injured or something, or aren't playing as good as they were throughout the season. Then I can just trade him back to Oliver, and then it's like not a big loss. And you know, then I'm also getting like a top 6 defender as well, who's got the potential to score well. And then to finish off my last trade, I think I'm going to have to, you know, it really haunts me that I'm doing this, but I'm going to bring in Humphrey. You know, it's really stiff that we missed him last week, and like he went up 70k. But I think, you know, just because of the job security, even that five for someone to consider. But he's got the bye next week, so we won't touch him. Maybe we get him in. We could potentially get him in next week if we wanted to, but I probably wouldn't say that's a good idea. But yeah, Humphrey's gone up to like 270k, I think, something ridiculous. Oh, higher than that. Oh, 285k, far out. Yeah, so it's really frustrating that, you know, I missed out on him. I'm just going to bring him in because he scored like back-to-back tons, which I did not expect. The whole reason I didn't get him in was because I had him in my draft team when he scored that -3, and I was like, you know what, I'm never going to pick this guy ever again. So, you know, I think he was a sub that game. I don't know. I feel like he played the whole game, but, you know, he still has a -54 break even. And, you know, they versed Brisbane, so he's got a lot of upside if he still scored a 101. I'm just going to go with the hype. Most people will field him. If it doesn't work out, I'll still get a little bit of cash out of him, and hopefully he just stays in the side. And, you know, if he can play up until round 13, then I won't be too stressed, I guess. But, yeah, for the short term, I'll just bring him in. So this is what the team will look like. We'll probably VC Tom Stewart. Still undecided if I want Stewart or Tom Green. Into Merritt is probably the safe option here, which I would say is the best route for that. And then we'll bring Sheasel onto the field. Yeah, so it works out pretty well. This way, you know, we can either trade Sheasel or Will Day for like an Oliver or someone else, like if they don't perform that great. But, you know, at least they're better than a rookie on the field, so we'll just hold on to them. But yeah, really only have like, we still have 4 spots left, but at least all of my rookies are scoring highly. So, you know, we'll just flick them off after their bye. But yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed this short video, and let me know what your trades are down below. But yeah, thanks so much for watching, guys, and I'll see you later.